Being a cop is dangerous. Cops need to be scared. They got to be scared. Cops got to be scared. Be scared, little coppers. So this is Chuck Wright. He's a sheriff. And he saw one of his deputies named Austin got killed in a domestic call because being a cop is supposed to be dangerous. It's supposed to be a dangerous job. Now, it's not even the top 10 most dangerous jobs in America, but it is a little dangerous. And this guy over here is named Jeff Bailey, and he's a sheriff at the next county over. And these two sheriffs, what they did is after Austin got killed, they went on a tour, a speaking tour, to warn all the other little coppers that you are dangerous, because Austin died and Chuck over here was just so beat up that Austin died. And it's so funny. There's so much to unpack here. So let's watch this through one time first so that I'm not annoying, so you can see what I'm talking about. And then if you want to leave, you can get the hell out of here anyway. But then after that, I'm going to come back on. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to stop it a few times, and I'm going to unpack the truth. The truth they so easily forget when one of theirs dies. But as soon as one of theirs dies, you know, they need to go on a tour and talk about how the public is dangerous. You need to stay focused on the public. We're dangerous. They're talking about you, and they're talking about me, who are dangerous.
He did his guys.
So here we go.
See, the Swartburg County Sheriff went to Union County today to talk to other law officers. Mrs. Alessandra Young has the details in this story you'll see only on 7.
Sheriff Chuck Wright took the podium inside this church and talked about the tragedy that killed Deputy Austin Aldridge on June 21st. He says that all law enforcement officers need to be on alert with every call.
It happens that fast.
Spartanburg County Deputy Austin Aldridge was killed in the line of duty while responding to a domestic violence call.
One of the neighbors called and said the officer's been shot, and we couldn't get him on the radio. I knew in my heart what was going on. I just was hoping for the best.
Sheriff Chuck Wright was the second one on scene.
I'm the same one that when his mom and daddy said, take care of my boy, I had to go tell him that their boy wasn't here anymore.
Union County Sheriff Jeff Bailey says he never wants to have to deliver that kind of news.
I don't want to have to go through what Sheriff Wright went through, okay? I want to educate you the best I can, just like he did his guys, but sometimes we just can't help what happens.
You know, Austin did absolutely nothing wrong and was killed. And that's a possibility for every man and woman sitting here wearing a badge.
Sheriff Wright says it's important officers clear their mind of any distractions.
You going out to these calls, have your mind focused on the call at hand.
That's the most important thing, is the safety of the officer, and that's what I'm concerned about.
Both sheriffs stress the importance of officers relying on one another.
What I saw in our department is I saw the men and women who just care about one another. They all came together.
Teamwork and having unity and getting along, and we're all on the same team.
Sheriff Wright says he prays no officer ever sees the loss of a brother or sister in blue.
When I close my eyes, I still see Austin. I want to tell you, it hurts like hell.
Sheriff Wright stressed the importance of officers not only supporting and taking care of one another, but also taking care of themselves. In Union County, Alessandra Young, 7 News.
Okay, so, if you didn't puke too much, let's go back over this now. Let's go over every detail of what Chuck and Jeff are saying. And so first, what do we notice right off the bat? The media is so complicit. They're so involved in creating this cop team narrative. I mean, the reporter is like code blue all the way, the blue, thin blue line. The reporters, like, they really need to rely on each other, and they're on a team, but we're not on their team. So I'm going to play this back, and I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to break down what you're actually hearing and then show you the antithesis of what is being said.
County Sheriff went to Union County today to talk to other law officers.
He went to go spread his fear that we're all dangerous.
Mrs. Alessandra Young has the details in this story you'll see only on 7.
Sheriff Chuck Wright took the podium inside this church and talked about the tragedy that killed Deputy Austin Aldridge on June 21st. He says that all law enforcement officers need to be on alert.
All law enforcement officers need to be on alert. Once again, there's no law enforcement. They're only peace officers, but they call themselves law enforcement.
With every call.
With every call. That includes you.
It happens that fast.
Spartanburg County Deputy Austin Aldridge was killed in the line of duty.
You look at him. You look like he'd be a cop that would be nice to you when he pulled you over. Hope so.
Austin Aldridge was killed in the line of duty while responding to a domestic violence call.
One of the neighbors called and said the officer's been shot, and we couldn't get him on the radio. I knew in my heart what was going on. I just was hoping for the best.
I got the phone call. The cops got my cousin. I knew what was going on in my heart, but I was hoping for the best. As soon as you hear the cops got your friend or your family member, you're hoping for the best, but you know he's probably getting a ton of charges, if not beat up, if not still in jail, if you don't got to come up with money to get him out. So this happened to this copper, and they're all broken up. It happens to us thousands of times a day, every day in America, where one of us has to say, oh, cop got him, and now we got to go down the checklist in our head of what the cops are doing to our friend or loved one.
Sheriff Chuck Wright was the second one on scene.
I'm the same one that when his mom and daddy said, take care of my boy, I had to go tell him that their boy wasn't here anymore.
Yeah, we asked you to take care of us, to protect our rights. And instead, walking out the door, the number one fear for most Americans is you.
Union County Sheriff Jeff Bailey says he never wants to have to deliver that kind of news.
So you better be afraid, coppers. You better be afraid of people. He never wants to deliver that news. So you better listen to him, that you better be scared, copper.
I don't want to have to go through what Sheriff Wright went through, okay? I want to educate you the best I can, just like he did his guys, but sometimes we just can't help what happens.
Right. That's why you have to enter into a POW style of arrest immediately upon interaction. You have to put your hands behind your back, get shackled like a pig, get down on your knees, lay on your belly, because I don't want to have to tell someone's parents that someone died. So you all have to be treated like garbage.
You know, Austin did absolutely nothing wrong.
Yes, he did. He did do something wrong. He joined your organization, which is disgusting.
And was killed.
He joined a disgusting, murderous, unaccountable, unconstitutional, illegal Nazi organization in 50 years, 100 years, maybe, hopefully 50. Dear God, please 50. They'll go, you mean they gave absolute power to one guy over another guy and they didn't think that'd be abused?
And that's a possibility for every man and woman sitting here wearing a badge.
Sheriff.
That's a possibility for all of you. You all could be killed instantly by any citizen, so treat them like a POW upon interaction.
Wright says it's important officers clear their mind of any distractions.
You going out to these calls, have your mind focused on the call at hand.
Focus on the person in front of you. They're dangerous.
That's the most important thing, is the safety of the officer.
And there it is. They just say it now. The most important thing in the interaction is the safety of the officer. There's no valor or bravery required. There's no sacrifice. Your safety is more important than anything else. Don't worry about valor. That's not why you joined this organization. You joined this organization so you could hurt people and not get in trouble or possibly even kill people because you're sick and twisted. That's the reason they can't get good people to be cops, because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And they're still preaching. This could be you. And the most important thing is officer safety. Listen to him say it.
Have your mind focused on the call at hand.
That's the most important thing, is the safety of the officer. And that's what I'm concerned about.
Both sheriffs.
That's the most important thing, is the safety of the officer. And that's what I'm most concerned about. Not you, not the person funding that man, not the person who's supposed to be funding the protection apparatus of police. No, the most important thing is officer safety. Now the reporter really brings home how the thin blue line has to be much,
The
much
most important
tighter.
thing is the safety of the officer, and that's what I'm concerned about.
Listen to the reporter here. Listen to her.
Both sheriffs stressed the importance of officers relying on one another.
What I saw in
Who is this reporter? It's important that officers rely on one another. So that, no, the important thing is that we rely on the people we pay to protect us, that they don't have some sort of brotherhood with one another, that they have a brotherhood with the Constitution and the people they're paid to protect the rights of.
our department is I saw the men and women who just care about one another. They all came together.
That's not the right answer, though, Sheriff. The men and women who care about one another, no. The right answer is the men and women who are paid to protect the public, who are public servants. The entire thing is turned upside down on its head. It's 1984 come to life.
Teamwork and having unity and getting along. And
teamwork, unity, and getting along within their team. That has nothing to do with defending the rights and liberty of Americans.
And we're all on the same team.
Sheriff Wright says he prays no officer ever sees the loss of a brother or sister in blue.
We're all on the same team. Prays they never see a loss of a brother and sister in blue. They are not brothers and sisters. They are public servants who swore an oath to uphold the Constitution and the rights that the Constitution recognizes that are unalienable, given to us by God at birth. Not their team and unity and relying on one another. It's all wrong. It's supposed to be for you and for me. Those are supposed to be public servants. They are below the line. We are above the line. They are to uphold our rights. And listen to this drizzle. And the reporter now will really tap it off.
When I close my eyes, I still see Austin.
I still see, you know what? We all see the friends and family you have raped, killed, and ruined with arresting them and charging them with crimes. We've all got family members who got cases. We're all dealing with probation or some sort of fee. Everybody has to deal with a case. It's constant. Still seeing Austin in my dreams. Listen, I'm sorry this young guy died. I really am. I'm not terrible. I feel bad even talking about a guy who died, right? At the same time, what did this guy do to people? What are cops doing to people? If you haven't seen my channel very much, I'm a deep empath. I raise money for people. I help people. I do everything I can to give the skills that I was given and pay them forward. Why would someone who's a deep empath look at this dude who died and think that he wasn't necessarily a good guy, that he was probably a bad person? Because most of them are.
I want to tell you, it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
Sheriff Wright stressed the importance of officers not only supporting and taking care of one another, but also taking care of themselves. In Union County, Alessandra Young, 7 News.
The sheriff claims the average person sees 1 to 3 traumatic events in their life. He says an officer sees hundreds. Well, it's important for them to ask for help.
What? Hey, Sheriff, hey, bro, let me help you out. We're seeing hundreds a day. And the worst part, Sheriff, it's not someone breaking into someone's house and doing an armed robbery. We're not seeing those videos all over YouTube. When they do come out, they go viral. Millions of people see them. When we see the video of a home invasion, man, everybody sees it. Do you know what we're seeing mostly, Sheriff? That the hundreds of officers are seeing? We're seeing hundreds or thousands of videos of cops absolutely running roughshod over our rights, raping, killing, and charging Americans with BS crimes constantly. So anyway, I just want to show you guys this and take a look at this. I'm really sorry the guy died. I'm trying to have a softer heart for dead pigs. It's just hard because they're garbage. That's why you can't get anybody to be a pig anymore. No one will sign up. Sheriff, as I classically would say to most coppers, eat my shorts, bro. Sorry, I don't have any empathy for you. I'm sorry for Austin. I hope that God forgave him for being the son of a bitch he was on earth. Take care. See you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.